I've always had this passion to give and to help others in general. Like when we face our day, like from a position of like generosity and in our relationships, and not so much like what does this do for me, or what does it do for the bottom line, but like what can I do for you? How can I serve you without the expectation of something in return, right? I might, like Eric needs X and someone else needs Y, they would make a good, partnership. Even if that's like connecting other people, I get nothing out of it. I think just being there, connecting people and facing the day from a position of generosity, is that always easy? No, that takes a lot of effort. But I think that is something that I have tried to strive in the way I've tried to live that has helped some of my success.
Man, that's so good. So I have a passion for giving as well, even whether it's time or money. I kind of admit that it's sort of selfish because even though you said without the expectation of something in return, which is probably true, whenever I give time, effort, money, connect people, whatever it does make me feel good. And then usually in my experience, it tends to come back, it tends to like somehow come back to you. I will say without the expectation is a great way to put it. But I do think like if you're a generous person, it tends to come back.
I agree. And I think we would be lying if we say that's always easy, right? I think there's just a human element that, sometimes there is like this little bit of expectation that, sometimes something will come back, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we have to work at, to not have that expectation. So I'm challenged by that, but I do think like it doesn't always come back from who you think it will, or in the time that you think it will, or things like that, but it often does.
Yeah, or ever. And I think that's the beauty of it, is like maybe it never will, right? So you give away something and maybe it never comes back, and that's totally fine. I think that's what you're kind of driving at. Is I love that book recommendation. I'll have to check it out because I haven't read it. But I always say like give along the way too, like people try and wait until they're have more money or successful or whatever. I always encourage people to give along the way because it really is a powerful tool as well.
On that, you've probably heard other people say too, but it's like you as a person don't change when you have that money to give at the end, right? So the amount isn't important. It's the habit of giving, that will build upon itself. So as you said, give along the way, start doing that now. The amount doesn't matter. Just make a habit of giving, whether it's time, money, something else, it doesn't matter. And that way, as you grow, you scale, whatever it might be, that will already be built in.